In this section, we are going to learn about lists. Now, a list is just a collection of items that are all stored together. So previously we've had variables, and that's one value stored under a name. And lists allow us to store multiple items under the same name. It's a type of data structure. So when you study the A level, you'll learn about a lot of other data structures, and lists are just the first ones that we're learning about. And it's really important that the items in a list are stored in order. So what that means, you can have a list of shopping, for example. So we've got our shopping list: apples, bread, chocolate, and cheese. Now, what I mean is in order, that would be different. It's a different list than if it were shopping equals bread, apples, cheese, chocolate. Those would be different lists. We can also have lists with integers in them, such as a list of prime numbers. Now, with list syntax, we have square brackets that denote where the list begins and ends, and we've got commas separating each item in the list. Now, because this list has strings in it, those have speech marks, but if, for example, you had integers, you would not have speech marks around each item. Now, remember, we always start counting from 0, not from 1 in computer science. So, with this list, and this is very similar to strings and the index of a character in a string, each item in our list also has an index. So we start from 0. So zebra is index 0, giraffe is index 1, and so on up until snake is index 4. And this index is just the position of that item in the list. Now, just a few examples. So if we were to print animal 0, that would just print zebra because zebra is at index 0 in our list. Animals 1 would print giraffe. Animals 3 dot upper would find animals 3, which is tiger, and then it would turn it to uppercase with that string manipulation. Animals 5 does not exist, right? Snake is the 5th item in our list, but it has index 4, so that would just return an error. And then notice a double equals on this one, so animals 2 double equals giraffe. We're asking a question, is animals 2 equal to giraffe? It is not, it is equal to lion, so that will return false. Okay, so that's kind of how the indices work with lists. We also have the length of a list. So len just returns how many items are in that list. So same list of animals, if we print the len of animals, so getting the length of that list, how many items are in that list? There are 5 items in that list, so the length is 5. Common confusion is that we start counting from 0, so a lot of students will say that the length of this list is 4, but it's just how many items are in the list, which in this case is 5. So now let's look at some coding with lists. So we've already got a list called words. Notice we've got words equals, we've got square brackets to open and close our list, and each of our strings is separated by a comma. So let's just start off. I just want to print the first word from my list, so I can say words bracket 0, and that's going to print dog. Okay. If I want to find the second one, cat, I can change that to 1, so it's 0, 1, 2, 3. Let's say that instead of a cat, I actually want my word to be, so it'll be instead of cat, so words 1, and I want my word to be hello. This is setting words 1 to be hello. And then if I go ahead and print words afterwards, you'll see, rather than having dog, cat, hamster, rabbit, we've now got dog, hello, hamster, rabbit. So I changed that item to be hello. And then to find the length of it, so if you want to find how many items are in this list, we can print len words, and it should return 4. There we go. And that's kind of what you need to know about lists for right now. And in the next lesson, we will look at changing them up a bit more.